campaign expansion, adding more ad groups to really get this thing ready to launch. Okay, so how we're gonna do that? Number one, the first thing we're gonna do before we expand the campaign, I probably should have touched on this a couple steps ago, but you want to go into recommendations, and you want to make sure that your we should actually go to overview first. I don't want to be in a campaign, so go to overview, campaign, do view all campaigns or whatever, then go to recommendations, go to auto apply. Now guys, you want to make sure this is turned off, okay? Because if these are all checked, you're giving Google carte blanche to add in broad match keywords, change your ads, change the ad keywords, change the match types, do all kinds of stuff. You want to make sure they're all unchecked, especially with the keywords and targeting and bidding stuff. You'll switch your bid strategy. You'll do all kinds of crazy shit. You want to make sure that they're unchecked, and then you have to save it. So make sure they're saved and unchecked, all right? Very important. All right, let's expand this sucker. So where is it? Lead gen, Keywordme, campaign. We have our first ad group, which is done, right? We have our ads in there and all of that good stuff, all of our high intent keywords. So the first thing we're going to do is clone it. So check the box, edit, copy, should pop up down here, edit again, paste, and we have a pop up here, done, paste. So we're just going to get our our first ad group, the structure, cloned to swap in our second ad group. So our first ad group is plumbing company. The second one is going to be emergency plumber. Okay, and I'm going to show you how to find more ad group ideas and how to find our keywords and all that, similar to what we did before. But the first thing we have to do is get the clone ad group ready to be set up into the second one. Now you can find your second ad group theme in Keyword Planner first if you don't have an idea. Like I already knew to do emergency plumber just because, you know, I've done this 500,000 times. So you can do it that way too. But then we're going to come in, we're going to change the name. So emergency plumber is our second ad group, guys. All right, so we're going to go find some keywords to load up this ad group. The first thing we're going to do is go into it, go into the cloned ad group. We're going to check the box to check all keywords in here because remember, this is from a clone. We're going to remove them. Edit, remove, confirm, and that's going to clear out all of our keywords from the clone of the plumbing company ad group. Sweet. Next, we're going to go into ads, and these are the ads for, look up here, emergency plumber. So we're going to want to tune this up a bit. Each ad we're going to want to tune up a little bit. Now how we do that, we go into edit, and we're going to change first our display path. So we'll do 24-hour plumber or emergency plumber or whatever. And then you're going to want to swap in some emergency plumbing terms in here. So licensed emergency plumber. You can do something like plumbing emergency, call now, right? We're essentially just peppering in plumbing emergency type keywords. And we can do more of these after we add keywords, but I kind of just like to go in and do it now. And then you're going to want to pepper it in and then like 2 of the descriptions as well. You don't have to do every description, right? It doesn't have to be repetitive, but you just want to do something so that you don't have a poor ad strength like I do right now. And it's probably showing poor because there's no keywords anyway in the ad group, but we can come back in and check that after we add keywords. So you just want to kind of pepper in whatever the theme is of ad group number 2, okay, into the headlines and the description and the display path. And then you're going to come here and you're going to do save ad. All right, and you're going to do that on both ads. So let's pretend I just did that on both ads. Next is the fun part. We're going to find keywords, right? Just how we did it with the first one. We're going to go into Tools, Planning, Keyword Planner. We're going to type in keywords this time for our ad group, what it is, not the high-level theme, just the ad groups, which is, in this instance, emergency plumber. Let's do 24-hour plumber, because those all can all be in the same ad group. So the 2 themes for our emergency ad group, get results, and we'll see what Google comes back with. And there's a bunch in here. I would even throw the same day stuff in with the emergency. All right, so we can sort by adding filters or not. It's really up to you, but it seems like I don't really need to. So the first thing I'm going to do is come to Keywordme. I'm going to remove all and clear my list, phrase and exact, because I'm building positive keyword list right now. And I'm ready to rock and roll. So the first thing I'm going to grab, and remember, guys, we're doing intent-based stuff. So emergency plumber, it pretty much we know why someone's typing that. So I would classify that as medium intent, even though it's really close to high. It's just not there, right? Like emergency plumber near me is pretty friggin' high intent. So we're definitely going to grab that. We're going to grab emergency plumber. We're going to grab 24-hour plumber, 24-hour plumber near me, 24/7 plumber. Kind of broad intent. I'm going to stay away from that one, actually. It's too short, too broad. Same day plumber near me. I'm grabbing that. Same day plumber, 24/7 plumber near me, high intent. All hours plumbing could be a brand. I'm going to stay away from that. Emergency plumbing services, 24-hour emergency plumbing, great, high intent. 24-hour plumber, shit, there's a lot of search volume for that. Well, it's the United States. We probably really should change the location out to Philly, which is what our campaign is, but for now, that's fine. So I'm going to grab that. 24-hour plumbers near me. Emergency water heater repair. So I'm not going to put that in this ad group. Okay, this ad group is strictly all about emergency plumbing type keywords. I can create another ad group that is for emergency water heater stuff. So I can talk about water heaters specifically and the problems that they commonly have in the ad copy. So you want to split your ad groups up that way, guys. Very important. 24-hour plumbing service, good. Emergency plumbing services near me, awesome. And you should be grabbing all of these keywords. Obviously, guys, I'm using Keywordme, so it's super fast to do it. But if you're not, then you got to copy them and paste them in your match typing tool or whatever. I mean, you could import these into your create a keyword plan and import them, but then you get the match types as a pain in the ass. So honestly, just copy them and put them into your AdWords wrapper tool or whatever keyword wrapping tool you have. So you can just match type them and then paste them. And again, this is why I created Keywordme, because of doing shit like this. I was so time consuming. No, it's not. 24-hour plumbing service near me. After hours plumbing is too broad. 24-hour emergency plumber. So there's a lot, guys, right? I'm not going to go through and do all these, but you get the idea. And I know you're going to be like, what the F, you know, but you got to go through and add them all. As long as they're high intent, it doesn't matter how many keywords you put in your ad group. As long as they're tightly themed, emergency / 24-hour based plumber, and they're high intent, then you're going to be fine. So add as many as you can. It's only going to help your campaign. All right, so let's pretend I went through all of these and added them all. So I got my big list here of nice high intent keywords for ad group number 2. I'm going to copy them all. I'm going to go into campaigns. I'm going to go into ad groups. I'm going to go into up here, emergency plumber. Click it. I'm going to hit the blue plus, and I'm going to paste my keywords. Exact and phrase match. Remember, exact and phrase match, high intent, save. Ugh, it's not letting me do that, so I'm going to delete those two for whatever reason. Save. Yeah, there we go. Sweet. All right, man, that's it. I'm done. I got second ad group, high intent. You're going to want to go back into ads, just do a once over and kind of see if there's any keywords, right, that you can cherry pick to add into your headlines or your descriptions, right? Maybe so we'll add in some 24-hour stuff because I have a lot of those and they're not in the headlines, just emergency. So you want to do a nice little pepper of 24-hour stuff and emergency stuff. And remember, if you want to do emergency water heater stuff, that's a separate ad group. So we can actually do that next if you want. So that's how you're going to, let's go into how to find more ad groups first. Okay, so boom, we have our second ad group done. We are ready to rock and roll, high intent stuff. All right, so now how do we find more ad groups, right? If we look at our campaign here, we only have 2 ad groups. So how do I know what to add? So all we're going to do is based on what this plumber does service-wise, we're going to look for keywords like that. So this plumber does all kinds of repairs and installations and drains and all that. So how we find those keywords, we're going to go to Tools, Keyword Planner, Discover New Keywords, and we're going to type in the campaign themes here, right? Like we talked about, plumber near me, which is definitely going to be an ad group. Plumbing, repair services, drain cleaning. Okay, so Then you get results after you enter your theme keywords. And from here, you'll make sure you have no filters on. Now we have some ideas for more ad groups, and you can just choose which one you want to start with next, right? So I could do drain cleaning next, right? Drain cleaning near me. Just make sure if you do a drain cleaning type thing, you have a lot of negative keywords around like liquid and Drano and all that kind of stuff and supplies. We could do a cheap ad group. If you want to go after cheap keywords, you could do a local, right? That could be an ad group. So that's how you can find more ideas for ad groups. Now let's assume I want to do local plumber next, okay? So I'm going to take local plumber near me. So I'm going to add into up here. I'm going to get rid of all this stuff. And I'm going to do local plumber, local plumbing company, stuff. I spelled it wrong again. That's fine. Get results. And I'm going to throw a filter on this one. Add filter. Keyword contains local. Apply. And look at that. Now I can go up to Keywordme, simply clear my list. And I can do this right in here before I even build the ad group because I have it. Keywordme can just store it for me. So I'm going to start finding local stuff. So local plumber near me, local plumbing companies, local plumbers in my area, local plumbers recommended, local plumbing services around me, near me. Emergency, I would probably, companies in emergency have their own ad groups already, but this is local stuff. So I'm going to stick with the local theme. Find a local plumber, local plumbers in the area, local emergency plumbers. Anything with local in it is what I want for this ad group. Local gas plumbers, if they do gas. Cheap local plumbers. So you're going to go through and you're going to build out, again, just like we did for the first two ad groups. You're going to build out your list in Keywordme or in your third-party tool, right? You're going to make sure you have phrase and exact match chosen. And then we're going to go into our campaign. Campaigns. We're going to create a new ad group. So I usually clone the original one. You can do whatever you want. Edit, copy, pops up down here. Paste, pops up, hit done, paste. And now it's going to do its thing and clone that original ad group for us that will then go and swap things in. Now you might be wondering, how many keywords should I have for ad group? The answer is it does not matter as long as they are extremely tightly themed and high intent, okay? I mean, I have ad groups that have 5 keywords in them, and I have ad groups in some campaigns that have 50 or 75. If I had more choices, I'd have 175. It doesn't really matter, okay? As long as they are high intent and themed correctly, that's the right way to do it. All right? And you might be wondering also, how many ad groups I have? The answer is as many as you can reasonably handle. And what I mean by that is think of ad groups like little fishing nets you're throwing out into Google. And the more you have, and the more high intent keywords you have inside there, the better your lead generation campaign is going to do. So guys, put in the time and build these out. I know it's a pain in the ass, but if you build one campaign and it does really, really well, and it's one giant campaign, you can, if you get, let's say you're getting clients, right? You're agency who does PPC for plumbing clients. You only have to do this once, and you can clone this campaign and move it to client to client to client, just swap out the locations and stuff, right? So the next ad group would be our local plumbing company, right? Our local plumbers. So local plumbers, save. Remember, we're going to go into it now. We're going to clear out all the keywords from the clone, edit, remove, confirm. And that's going to do it hopefully soon. Sweet. Go into Keywordme, copy all, or your third-party tool, copy all your match types, keywords, blue plus, local plumbing, save, boom. Then from here, all we do is go into the ads, and remember, you want to pepper in local plumbing keywords throughout the headlines and the description. Not an overwhelming amount, just enough. Okay, you just want to pepper them in to get that nice average strength, and quality score will be good because you're going after local type stuff, and you'll do that over and over and over again, guys. That's how you're going to build out your ad groups and your campaigns. Now, one thing I do want to touch on when it comes to campaign expansion is you do want geo ad groups. All right, so essentially how you would do that, let's build a geo ad group. For this campaign is Philadelphia only. Now let's say I had a Google Ads campaign and I'm targeting like 50 locations, right? You're not going to build 50 geo ad groups unless they were like really big cities. Then I would totally spend the time to do it. But most of the time, you only want to prioritize your geo ad groups for whichever locations have the most keywords that you can actually use that get search traffic. So you're going to want to have as many location ad groups as possible that are going after keywords that actually get traffic. So how we do that? Let's do that next. So to do that, we're going to first clone one of our ad groups here. Copy. Pops up. Paste. Pops up. Done. Man, Google's moving fast today. They're usually slow as hell. And that's going to populate in here in a minute. And this first one is we're going to do our first location, which is Philadelphia. And we're going to go find keywords in Philadelphia and see the actual keyword search volume in Philadelphia. So let's do that. And then there's only one more module after this, and that is setting up all of your campaign assets, which is really, really fun to do, and it's super quick. All right, come on. Let's go. Because then we're going to go into Keyword Planner next. Come on. I jinxed us, guys, when I said Google's being really fast today. I totally jinxed us. Come on, man. Give us the Philly ad group. There we go. Sweet. All right, so change the ad group name to our geo. Philadelphia Plumbers. You know, whatever location you're doing, plumbers. Then we go into it. Remember, we're going to clear out the cloned keywords. And you could go after you clear out the keywords and pepper in into the ads, the Philadelphia stuff if you want, or you can do it after. It's really up to you guys. I usually just do it now just because I want to get it out of the way because it's a pain in the ass. So after this, I would then go into ads, pepper in Philadelphia and some headlines and description. And that's pretty much it. All right, so next, we're going back into Keyword Planner. So Keyword Planner, discover new keywords. So we're going to do Philadelphia, if I can spell correctly, Philadelphia Plumbers. Philadelphia Plumbing Company. I totally can't spell today. Sorry, guys. All right. Philadelphia Plumbers, Philadelphia Plumbing Company, Philadelphia, whatever. Put a couple theme keywords in with the geo you're targeting. Get results. Now, guys, important. We're going to want to change the location here. So come up here. We're going to put in the location of the keywords we're looking for. And we're going to get rid of the entire country and only do Philadelphia. So it's going to show us the real search volume in Philadelphia for the Philadelphia type keywords. Now, here's where you could just put these all in one ad group, right? And I usually do. Or you can get really granular, which we do sometimes. Okay, and what do I mean by that? So all of the generic Philadelphia, let me clear out Keywordme first. So all of the generic Philadelphia plumbers, plumbing company, all that stuff, we can grab those because they're, you know, we can put that all in one ad group. That's fine. Len the Plumber is a brand, so we want to make sure Len's a negative. Emergency Plumber Philadelphia. This is an instance where you could take that and create an emergency-based ad group, geo ad group. So it would only be 24-hour and emergency-based Philadelphia plumber keywords. It's really up to you how you want to do it. So we can go in here and grab the generic stuff, licensed plumbers Philadelphia, and save the 24-hour emergency stuff for its own emergency-based geo ad group. Northeast, West, South, Best. Arrow, good negative to add. Affordable Plumbing Philadelphia, Master Plumber Philadelphia. You guys get it, right? We're going to grab these keywords. You're going to paste them into your third-party match tool, or you're just going to grab them with Keywordme, and we're going to copy them. And we're going to go back into our campaign. I'm sorry, our ad group. Philadelphia ad group. There it is. Blue plus. Paste our keywords. Exact and phrase. All high intent stuff, right? Plumber South Philly. I mean, I would say medium intent, but, you know, use your discernment when you're adding your keywords. Stay as close to high intent as possible. Save. Boom. Now we got our first geo ad group, and just reassure your ads have Philadelphia peppered in them for the geo. Now you can move on to your next geo for the emergency and 24-hour stuff and kind of expand it like that. All right, so that's how you're going to build these campaigns out. And again, there's no right or wrong number of ad groups to build. The more, the better. The more ad groups you build with the more high intent stuff inside of them, the better chance of success your campaign is going to have. All right, so let's move on to step this is 9. So step 10, the final step, which is creating all of our ad assets to really tie a bow on this thing and get it ready to launch and get clicks and get leads.